2, 3, 4. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Offstage and On Duty. I'm your host, Rye.
And I'm your host, Ray.
And we're doing great. Ray's mic broke.
Woo!
You know, it's...
Not going hands-free today.
Nope, it just is what it is. And then I tried to undo mine and it wouldn't. So here we are.
But
honestly, you look more fancy. What a day we're having. First of all, how are you? I feel like we always just jump into these podcasts and it's like, so today we're talking about, but like, how are you?
You know, I'm doing
Wait.
better than I deserve.
So you're going to pull a Dave Ramsey.
I was going to pull a Dave Ramsey.
Honestly, I feel that.
Yeah.
We kind of mentioned this in the last podcast, but people have been asking like, how are you? How's everything? And I'm
How
like,
are you doing it?
Yeah, how are you doing it? It's like, I don't know. But we're good. We're feeling good.
Yeah.
Life is great.
Yeah.
We've got a to-do list. We're doing the to-do list. We're
So
planning
many to-do lists.
our book release party.
Woo, so
and it is going to
excited.
be a party, y'all.
Mhm.
Please keep a lookout for that invitation because it's open to everybody.
It's coming soon. And when you see it, share it.
Yeah. Just, you know what? Go ahead and mark your calendars for
Yeah.
July 28th. And then details are coming soon
Yeah.
because we have got some super fun things planned.
Mhm.
Cannot wait. But speaking of parties, the subject matter today is called Learning to Trust
Mhm.
Joy Again. And I thought this topic was really interesting because so many stage wives are in survival mode
Mhm.
for so long that once you come out of that, it is almost like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop constantly.
Constantly.
And whenever you're planning things, like whether it be family vacations or planning things whenever he comes home, or even just learning to trust the joy in the little things
Mhm.
feels like almost like this big to-do, if that makes
Mhm.
sense.
Like, as you waste so much energy focusing on what could happen and the negative and just preparing yourself for the negative outcome that
Yeah.
you like miss what's in front of you.
Exactly. So we're going to be talking about that today. How do we trust the joy again, guys? You know?
I need this lesson too. I feel like I've been just so go that like finding joy even in the midst of to-do lists. Like I've been so focused on getting all my to-do lists and stuff done that I haven't even focused on what could happen. I'm just like, do,
Yeah.
get done. But then I was just mentioning this to a lovely stage wife that I met at coffee yesterday. But there's so much things to do and like focusing on your to-do list that I'm like, how is it Thursday already?
Mhm.
Like I literally feel like I blacked out. I got some stuff done, but other than that, I'm like, it's just blacked out time. Like, did I do anything today that
Yeah.
brought me joy?
Yeah.
Or that I picked up on the joy, you know?
Yeah. Well, dude, I feel like yesterday we sat down and we were just working on our
Mhm.
release party because we were looking at the calendar. And we're like, oh, well, we have so much time. And then we looked at it and we're like, we don't have time. We
time.
have no time. Like, what? Oh, cool. No, da. Like, we're halfway through June.
Yeah. Or
What?
you're getting married in 3 months.
I have not started planning. Like,
I mean, we have like
we
kind
have
of
some stuff, but like, we have not sat down and like planned. We haven't sent out invitations.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that we hate them because we have sent out nothing.
No invitations.
No save the date.
No one's invited.
Invitation. Literally, no one's invited. No one is invited.
It's just me
I have
and
not
Benj.
sent. Literally, like, but it's fine.
It's fine.
We're gonna get there.
Because what really matters is the joy.
The joy.
The joy.
I do feel like there is something beautiful that happens when you know your future's not your own anyways. Like you can
Yeah.
plan and we would like to be prepared. And obviously like you and I are both perfectionists in one way or another. We do balance each other out in that way.
Yeah.
You really care about how things look. I really care about how things are said. But, you know, and so we complete each other in that way. But also we're just like, we're going to do our best. And then the results are not really up to us. It just kind of is what it is.
Well, and I
You
think
know
in
what I
the
mean?
grand scheme of things, in general, everybody, us, all the other stage wives, our husbands, our parents, whatever, everybody puts too much value on what other people think when it really doesn't matter.
Oh, for
in the
sure.
end game. So like every week I meet with my, business consultant for my business, and he's like, okay, so where's this hit on the priority list? High, medium, or low? I feel like every item I give him is high or medium. And in reality, it's really not.
Yeah.
Like deadlines come, yes, those are important. But in the grand scheme of things, getting a social media post out and like spending 3 hours on what it looks like is not worth it in the end, because nobody's really going to look at that and be like, man, looks like she only spent like 2 minutes on that.
Bringing this back into stage wife life.
Yeah.
Does the house need to be pristine by the end of the day? No.
Or do you need to, because a couple of stage wives have commented this, a lot of people do this. Do you need to clean the house and have the house 100% perfect before your husband comes home? I have the desire to do that, but I have resigned myself that that's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Thankfully. But like we have a lot of stage wives who talk about that.
I do that.
You do that. Yeah. It's like, do we not feel comfortable showing them that it's been tough?
Interesting.
Yeah.
What?
I know.
Also, what's their reaction going to be? Are they going to be like, yeah.
Well, I guess maybe
clean
that
the
depends
house
on the
for
husband, hopefully.
Yeah, that's true. That's
like,
true. Every relationship is different.
We have really good relationships where,
that's true.
Our men come home and then they like see a problem, they want to jump in and fix it and help instead of like expecting that that's all on us to do.
Right, for
sure. So like there's the difference there. So I have to get,
And it is weird because I always feel guilty too whenever.
Oh, I feel so guilty.
Whenever like Benj cleans the house or whenever he does dishes and laundry, which he's so freaking amazing. Like he does so much housework, and I always feel so guilty because I'm just like, I didn't get to it quick enough. And I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
Where's that coming from? Is it like a social expectation? Is it a personal expectation?
Like
is it a societal expectation? I was raised in the South, so like, is it my heritage?
Well,
like what?
With like we do child rearing, and you and I both have our own businesses and stuff like that. And like even with that, like the fact that we do all of that, there's still that expectation that we hold on ourselves of like, oh, but you're supposed to be the stay-at-home mom too. You're supposed to be the house cleaner and the cook for everything. Yeah. And because I know I carry that, and every time that I'm not doing that, I'm not a great cook. I can be. I just am not patient.
You make great enchiladas.
I make great enchiladas.
Those are so good.
I have cooked great meals in the past. I just do not have the patience for it, and I don't like doing it. So it's more of a don't like versus can't do.
Yes.
Yeah. So for me, it's like I still, even though that I've resigned, like, hey, I know that I'm not good at this or don't want to do this and not the best, even though Hunter loves it and he would be glad to do it, I still feel guilty every time he has to cook. My primordial brain is like, I must be cook.
I must be cook. That's so interesting.
I hate it. I hate that that's there and ingrained in our heads. And I wonder, stage wise, if you feel this too, like what things are ingrained in your head that aren't really reality. Food for thought.
Pun intended.
Yep.
But I'm bummed. Well, honestly, though, that's a really good point because I feel like a part of our own primordial, doesn't matter. Part of our lizard brains, especially as stage wives, is the expectation to be flexible in this lifestyle because you have to be. Like it is one of those things where you actually do have to be really flexible in order to make this a successful lifestyle.
Yeah, if you don't like flexibility.
Yeah.
Sorry, babe.
It is. It's so much pivot. It really is. But a part of flexibility is almost expecting disappointment and like setting yourself up for that because you can make plans, but you need to be flexible, which means like, okay, we've made plans to go on this really nice dinner date and then bus call gets moved up 4 or 5 hours. Or you are making plans to go to the park, but then there's this one-off that the band that he is on salary with puts on the calendar and now you can't go to the park. It's almost like we have the strength in us to be flexible, but then there's also this disappointment ingrained in it as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Oof, wow. That's a really good thing to think about because I can't like pin out exactly what situation it was, but I know that I have experienced a lot of this because I will say like, oh, I want to do this. I'm super excited to do this. But then at the same time, I literally have told Hunter like, yeah, I'm excited to do this, but I'm holding back my excitement because it might not happen. So I'm like, I literally would shove away my excitement so that it would be less disappointing when it changed.
Yeah. And it's a way of protecting ourselves. I think therapists call it anticipatory disappointment. And it's basically like when you've been disappointed enough that your brain starts preparing for disappointment even before it happens.
I think one of the times was I was super excited. Oh, I remember. It was a big art event that I was going to, and I was really, really excited for him to be there. And then he ended up not being able to go. And it was a very big pivotal moment for me, but I knew deep down in accepting like, oh my goodness, he's going to be there. I kept saying to myself in my head, he's most likely not going to be able to come. He's probably not going to be able to come. He's not going to be able to come. And so I had this like underlying level of disappointment that shadowed so much of that interaction. And then unfortunately that time it ended up being true.
Yeah.
But then I unintentionally then put all that pressure on him and made him feel real bad afterwards because he was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, it's okay. I kind of prepared for you not being able to go anyway.
Yeah.
As like it's fine. But then in reality, he was like, do you really just anticipate that I'm not going to be there?
Yeah.
And I was like,
kind of,
yeah.
Yeah, we have to in a way. I mean, we don't have to, I suppose, but it is a way of protecting our
So is that
soul.
good or bad?
Don't know. Sam. But yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad. I think if it gets in the way of us having joy, then it's bad. Two things can be true at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Like you're allowed to expect disappointment, but also there needs to be joy on the other side of it as well. I think maybe in that situation, expecting him to not be there and then he wasn't, okay, well, good. You prepared for it. You weren't like blindsided, which would have been terrible. But also you got to like drink in that moment by yourself and like get to soak in this thing of like, I did this.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Flexibility without resentment.
Yeah. That's the key, dude. Ooh, she hit a nerve. Because that is so true. Like having the flexibility as a stage wife and not carrying the resentment that can come along with that is such a skill and a dance and a balance and a necessity if you're going to have a successful marriage.
Well, and I think all of us, like everybody, kids especially, crave structure and crave routine. But in this lifestyle, you just can't get that. That's not guaranteed. And so it is really easy to tag on resentment with that because, of course, what is the thing that is causing you to have to be flexible? His career.
Yeah.
And so, like, it is so easy to pin that on him. But if you do, it will, like, pile up and lead to so many other problems in your relationship and just keep compounding.
Well, and there's a cost to being the strong one. You know what I mean? And there is a cost to being the one who is carrying the at-home weight a lot of the time.
We hear that all the time. I hear that every single time I try to explain what this career and this lifestyle is.
It's so annoying, dude. It's like, it gets so old so fast.
Oh my gosh, she's gone so long. You're so strong.
I could never do what you do.
I could never do that. How could you do that? How are you alive right now? How are you surviving?
Yeah.
And I'm like the whole you're so strong and they're trying to validate, they're trying to make
it's
you
meant
feel
to be
seen.
a compliment.
It's meant to be a compliment.
Yeah.
But like in reality, like it just kind of like puts you in a cage.
Yeah, and it almost like triggers something in your brain of like, are you okay? And you're just like,
am I okay?
Am I okay? Should I be falling apart? It's like, it's a weird thing of shifting your perspective almost in a negative way. Like you said, it's meant to be a compliment. It's meant to build you up, but actually it just triggers something.
It's like almost puts you in a space where you're like, oh, this is a season that I need to get out of.
Yeah.
And not like a season that this is my life.
Yeah.
Which we don't want to put ourselves in a position where we have a light at the end of the tunnel that we're constantly
there doesn't need to
straining for.
What was it that Sam said? She's like, my family doesn't need a finish line to find joy or to be successful.
Yes.
Which I love that.
I love that.
I feel like it also puts you into a headspace of I can't fall apart. And I can't need help.
Like I have to look strong.
Yeah.
Like they're reminding me that I'm strong for going through this. And you are.
Yeah.
We are. But
you are.
You are.
You are.
Listen to it.
That can also lead to isolation though.
Yeah. Like, oh, I'm strong. This is what I identify as now. If I show that I'm weak, then I lose my strength. I lose my identity. And I'm no longer a strong stage wife. I'm just.
That's really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Hunter and I have been married for 10 years. And so the entire time of our marriage, he has been touring.
Yeah.
And so we have gone through it. But I feel like now we are at a really good, healthy spot, which is why I feel like Ryan and I are able to like pour out into the community and stuff. But with that, there's a catch-22 because it's like, oh, I'm strong, I'm succeeding, which means that I can't acknowledge when it is hard. Because I'm like, oh, well, no, that was the past. I got through that hard time. I can't actively be struggling.
That feels dirty to me.
It does. Well, it feels like if I let myself be weak now, then coming out of the hard season didn't happen. And like I didn't succeed.
So it's like you're like
backsliding.
Oh, ew.
I know.
Brother, ooh.
So I don't know, at least in my brain, that's kind of what I feel like is if I admit that I'm really in a really rough spot, even when I've come out of seasons.
Is very interesting.
Like now I'm like, well, no, I've succeeded. I cannot admit that I am currently
That's so interesting. Struggling. Yeah, I think I've just gone over the cycle of healing so many times that it just makes sense. Like, oh no, yeah, healing's not linear. Like you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, you're going to have, and it just is a part of being human, right? Like you're still climbing up the mountain of where you would like to eventually be, and you've made progress, but slow progress, sometimes it doesn't feel like you're moving at all.
At least for Hunter and I, we went through a season of like 2 or 3 years where it was really, really rough. Like we were not in a good space. And so for us, that was our bad time. And so thankfully, it is good that we haven't had anything like that since then. And it's like small tiffs, but I do find myself putting myself in that cage.
Yeah. Something that I've noticed too is that sometimes touring isn't the problem. Sometimes it exposes the problem.
Ooh.
Like, what if when I know.
Don't. Oh.
Like, what
so
if.
True.
What if his being gone is exposing a childhood trauma, fear of abandonment? What if the anxiety comes from like your instability from when you were growing up? You know what I mean?
Or struggle with flexibility being
because like maybe you were raised in a military family and like structure was the thing and structure was key and structure was the key to success. And now there's not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, we're not Sam. We don't have a degree in this. We don't have a certification.
I like asking questions,
That is so interesting.
What if? Because I feel like as we're talking about this, and we haven't even gotten to the trusting joy again part, like we're still muddling through all of the things that lead us to distrust of joy. But what if it's not as simple as him being gone? Because we love to point fingers and we love to blame and we love to do all the things. And it is easier to be angry than to deal with the issue at hand, especially when the issue is within ourselves. And it's easier to blame his schedule, his tour, his timing, his career on why we are not happy.
Oh, wow. That is such an interesting thought. Yeah. Like it makes a lot of sense though, because we carry all that internally. And when you are in seasons of high stress, that kind of stuff exhibits itself. Like I have had trauma of not feeling like I'm good enough for XYZ. And so maybe the reason why I'm so stressed to make sure that he's not having to do so many chores when he gets home and that he doesn't see that I'm struggling is because I want him to see that I'm good enough to be in this lifestyle.
Ooh. Oh my.
If I say I'm struggling, does that mean I'm not a good enough stage wife?
Ooh. Or just good enough in general.
Or just good enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's our podcast.
We're going to go cry now.
Yeah, we're going to go cry. See you later, everybody. Good God.
Welcome to Rhyan and Rachael's Existential Crisis.
I love these kind of podcasts though, and like things just naturally get dug up because like, that is.
Yeah.
Oh. Trauma.
That's fine.
Just immediately laugh about it. It's great.
That's so true, though. Oof. If you guys resonate with this, feel free to put whatever you want to in the comments.
I'm laughing because the next part of our segment is called minimizing our own pain. God, Lord. Okay.
Well,
anyways. Okay, so I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. So we do have like obviously outlines for our podcast because we like to stay on track because rabbit
ADD.
trails, ADD, all the things.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding. The next outlines are things that I have said out loud.
Yeah.
So like the next excuses that we make for our minimizing our own pain are military wives have it harder, single moms have it harder. Other people have real problems. So literally there's been moments where we've talked about the statistic for military wives, and Ray has been like, no, but there is real statistics out there that say that what military wives and what stage wives go through is exactly the same. And I'm just like, yeah, but
our husbands aren't out there risking their lives.
Yeah, they're not fighting for their country.
Or
they're not,
it's not as long.
Yeah, exactly. When they go on tour, like we're not afraid of them dying for the most part.
But I think one of the things that I've heard this from multiple stage wives too, of like, because we compare it and we say like, no, if your husbands are traveling and you are feeling that separation, doesn't matter if they're in the music industry, doesn't matter if they're a tour bus driver or if they're a salesperson or if they're in the military, you're welcome to join this group. Like they just have to be traveling spouse. You can still join, just bear with the music puns. But I've heard that from multiple stage wives of like, oh, well, military wives have it so much harder. And well, it doesn't really compare to that, but it really truly does. And I think what we could gain from partnering with military wives is that there have been structures put in place for military wives. And so I want to open this up to more military wives as well. And like, maybe we'll get a military wife on the podcast.
I was literally just thinking that.
I think
like,
it's a
no
great
joke.
idea. Yeah. Because I think they have so much to be able to give to us. There are people in our stage wife group who have husbands who left 2 months ago and won't be back until October.
Yeah.
Like there are spouses that go out on pop tours that are 6 months long, and a lot of military tour schedules are around 6 months
to a year.
To a year.
That's
Amber
right.
Health.
Yeah.
They were on the Gigs podcast, and hopefully I don't butcher this, but they talked about how touring individuals, like men, women on the road, have the same amount of anxiety and stress as military and as paramedics that are constantly in those high stress situations. And I want to dig more into that on a completely different podcast because I think it's such an interesting fact. And it did shock me a little bit because I naturally expected it to be less, but it's based on all their stats and stuff. It is just as high. The next one, the single moms have it harder. That's something that like I've said, and I've just been like, well, you know, I can't. I live like a single parent, but
you're not technically
I'm
a
not
single parent,
so I don't count. And it's.
But let me speak into this. So I remember sitting in multiple church services where they would have like single moms stand up or single spouses, and I'm just like, on the inside, I'm wanting to stand up, but I can't because I'm technically married and, you know, all of the things. But let me tell you, stage wife, look into my eyes.
Look into her eyes.
Look into these eyes.
Look at them.
So everyone knows that I am divorced. And I will tell you as a straight up fact, going from being married as a stage wife to being a full-time, no holds bar, single mom, there is no difference. To be fair, every single situation is different. Every marriage is different. Every relationship is different. But from the amount that my ex toured, which was on average 300 days a year, to being a full-time single parent. I would like to remove that excuse from your brain that single moms have it harder because I have been both. And I can tell you that there's no difference.
And hopefully that like equally shocks and relieves you.
Yeah. Because it empowers you. It empowered me.
It empowered me when she was telling me that, when she had that realization. I was like, oh, yeah. Okay. It is hard.
It is freaking hard. It's freaking hard.
This is great. Okay. Now I feel better to like.
Hopefully that doesn't discourage you,
Yeah.
but empowers you to know that you are doing something incredibly difficult. There's no benefit to downplaying pain or downplaying your situation. It's a balance, right? Because there is nothing good about downplaying it, but there is something terrible about inflating it. So like we don't want to be a victim and we don't want to say like, woe is me, but then also you don't want to dismiss what you're going through because it is hard. And those tears are valid. And you are incredibly strong for going through what you're going through and supporting your husband and being the like anchor at home. That's really tough. And you're doing it.
We can acknowledge the pain, but we don't want to identify with
right.
it.
Yep. 1000%.
If you identify with the pain and you identify with like, this is just my life. Like this is miserable. I'm miserable. I will always be miserable. Everything like that. Like that is where you're identifying with that pain and you're identifying with that situation. Like, no.
Yeah.
You are strong.
Yeah.
There is like.
Well, it's funny because pain's not a competition.
It's not.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, well, they're doing that and they're doing that. Pain is pain.
Pain is pain.
And tough is tough.
Mm-hmm.
And moxie is moxie. You know what I'm saying? But I would also like to challenge you to think about, like, who are you outside of your roles? Outside of being a stage wife, outside of whether it be stay-at-home mom, whether it be a career artist, manager, HR representative, regardless of stage wife, what you do for work or where you find yourself.
Your role, your identity.
Yeah, whatever it is. I think it's really important to identify what brings you joy, what excites you, what dreams have you put down, and what parts of yourself need revisiting. Because the entire point of this podcast today is learning to trust joy, and we can't exactly do that if we don't even know what brings us joy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think many of us aren't actually struggling with joy. We're struggling with vulnerability.
Ooh, say that again.
Learning to trust joy, right? I don't think we're actually struggling with joy. I think we're struggling with vulnerability, allowing ourselves to hope and giving ourselves permission to say, I deserve happiness, you know, or even just allowing ourselves to find the things that fill us up.
Like we don't have to be so strong, so put together this entire time, even though it's hard that we can't allow ourselves time to have joy.
Yeah.
And find things to bring us joy. Even if it means the house is dirtier.
Yeah.
The dishes don't get done. Maybe we skip bath for the third night in a row.
Yeah.
Like,
well, dude, and like what you said, it's the level of importance in life, right? Like, what's more important right now? A good night's sleep starting at 9 p.m. after the kids go down, or staying up until 10:30 doing dishes and having a clean house. Your answers might be different from day to day, because having a clean house for me does give me peace and it does help my mental health. But sleep is so vital for balancing your brain. That's the only way you get rid of stress hormones, or one of the only ways that you get rid of stress hormones is you sleep them away and they just melt. Yeah. That's how I imagine it anyways.
Just imagine her laying there and just
internally ASMRing. Like
that's something I need to get better at, because sleep is the first thing that goes for me.
Yeah.
But that compounds the issues.
For sure. 1000%.
Yeah. Makes you work less hard, makes you tired more often. Metabolism goes bye-bye.
Yeah, that's true.
It impacts everything.
Yeah.
So choose sleep if you can.
Choose sleep. Choose joy. First, you need to figure out what it is. You need to be vulnerable enough to accept it and to find it.
To say that you're deserving of it.
Yeah, exactly. And what are the things that we can find joy in that don't depend on your husband's schedule? And don't depend on the kids' schedule as well. It's like, okay, a little cup of coffee, that brings me so much joy, and I'm going to enjoy this moment. I have a Keurig in my bedroom because I don't want to walk all the way downstairs to enjoy my coffee. I just want to have it whenever I wake up in the morning. So I wake up and I put it in there, and then it's done. And that brings me joy. Like, what are the little things that we can do that are not dependent on anyone else and that we can just learn to enjoy again?
Yeah.
And like finding those little steps towards having a life just so fulfilled. That's your challenge for the day.
Find your joy.
For this week, actually.
For this lifetime.
For this lifetime.
Don't stop.
Believe in. Hold on to that feeling. I feel like this lifestyle is so multifaceted. And there's so many moving parts of it at all times. But if no one's told you today, you're doing a great job.
You're doing great. And you're so strong.
But you are strong.
But you're strong. But it sucks. But, you know, joy.
Hopefully we have communicated this in a way that does not feel like we're putting a Band-Aid over real pain or a bumper sticker over real pain, but genuinely, once you are out of victim mentality and once you are out of survival mode, which is the hardest part. That is the biggest mountain you have to conquer. But once you're out of that and the healing can begin, there is so much light and beauty.
Like finding joy could also be in your walk to go get the mail. I don't know if you're religious, but have some time with God. Have a prayer with God. Enjoy the birds.
The birds.
Take your coffee somewhere new.
Yeah.
Look at something around your backyard or your house or your apartment or wherever you are and say, what around here is beautiful?
You know what? That is very, very true. Because whenever I was in survival mode and just like white knuckling it, having those little moments of gratitude was really pivotal.
One of the things that, and I know we're kind of ending and don't want to go on too much of a tangent here, but Hunter and I just got back from our 10-year anniversary and we went to Paris. We don't like ever vacation. So we wanted to do something super special for 10 years. When we went there though, the pace of the lifestyle was so different. And so when I was there, I took my sketchbook and we would just sit somewhere for like 15 minutes and I would sketch, and that was so peaceful. And so for me, like one of the things that I'm taking away from that is I have a tiny sketchbook with me wherever I go, and I'm going to find something beautiful each day and try to sketch a little quick 5-minute sketch in that.
I love that.
And it is something that just reminds you, like with the conversation I had with the stage wife earlier, of me feeling like I'm doing so much that I black out on the whole week. And I don't remember anything. Finding those moments of joy help you to define each day. It will help time to slow down so you don't feel like you're losing track of time.
Yeah.
And it will just make your life better, and it will reflect in your kids. Your kids are going to see you doing that. Your kids are going to see you choosing joy. You'll have a better relationship with them, a better relationship with your husband. So what can it hurt?
What can it hurt? You know? Nothing. Choose joy and trust that it's not going to let you down. You know what I mean? Like it's not there. It's not going to change its schedule on you. Joy is always present. You just have to find it, you know? We love you, Stage Wives. In the meantime, as you are choosing joy this week, don't forget to mark your calendars for July 28th for our book release party. It's going to be so fun.
And if you're out of town and you can't come to the book release party, we have pre-sale orders out now. And the first 100 copies, which we don't have that many left of the first 100 pre-sales.
Which is crazy to say out loud.
Exciting. So if you want a signed copy by Rhyan and Rachael, please go on the website, order that now, and then that should get to you hopefully by the release date as well. So it doesn't matter if you are in Tennessee and able to come to that or not, you will be able to get your signed copy if you go to the website.
You might get it before everybody else.
You might get it before everybody else, depending on
who knows
how shipping wants to handle things. But we are so excited. To give this to you guys, and cannot wait for the joy that it hopefully brings your families and ways that it can help your kids.
Connectivity, reconnection.
Connect, all the things. So excited about this. And then the other thing is that if you go to our website, stagewives.com, you will see the shop button. That is where you'll be able to do your pre-order. You'll also see there's some merch now. Look at who's been repping our merch.
Woo!
We have black baseball hats, Stage Wife, all access pass luggage tag. And then I'm also in the works with getting sweatshirts, tank tops, some Stage Kids stuff. So be on the lookout for that as well. So we're going to have merch available for you so that you can rep Stage Wives and be proud of your Stage Wife role in this lifestyle.
Yeah.
So we're excited.
And if you're new to the podcast, thank you for listening to this whole thing. What a treat for you to be here and just be on this crazy journey with Ray and I, because I feel like these are always fun and hopefully entertaining for you. But if you're new, please go follow us on socials at Stage Wives on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. We also have a private Facebook group, which is where all the nitty gritty happens and the community comes together and we get to discuss really hard things and good things and everything in between. At We Are Stage Wives. You do have to fill out a questionnaire just to make sure that you're a real person. You're not a robot.
You do not have to be married. We've had that question quite a bit recently. You can be dating, engaged, to someone who travels for work, who's going to be gone on. So we've had athletes' wives, we've had
military
wives, we've had salespeople wives.
If you are not in the music industry, you'll just have to deal with some music puns because,
Fill out the questionnaire and ask if it applies to you and if you're good. And then, I go through every single one of these personally to make sure that we have a safe group. Mm-hmm. And so I will see it. I will message you if I have any questions and we can get you in.
Easy peasy.
But we want to create a safe space for you guys, and all of you are welcome. We're so excited.
Yeah.
Just to have this space growing for you.
So glad you guys are here. It's still crazy that it's been a year and this is where we're at. It's just wild. But we love you guys.
Love you so much.
Great week. We will see you next week with Backstage Huddle. But until then, we love you. Thank you for your presence. You are amazing. So proud of what you're doing. It is a niche lifestyle, but hopefully not so niche anymore because you have found your people. So
we're here.
We love you guys. Have a great week.